After the official search for MH370 was called off, there was a second search led by the US exploration firm Ocean Infinity. The company says it's ready to launch a new effort. Ocean Infinity's chief executive, Oliver Plunkett, joins me now. Thank you, Oliver, for being with us. What is stopping you from just saying, I'm going to put the ships out, I'm going to go, we've got the technology, we've got the ships, it's a find or no fee, I'm going out tomorrow?
We want to make sure, firstly, that we've properly analysed all of the theories and know that we're looking in exactly the right place. Minister Loke from Malaysia actually makes a very serious point when he says that the government doesn't want to engage unless there's a credible reason to do so. The other way of thinking about that is he says, I don't want to expose the families to the emotions of hope on a wild goose chase. And we feel that that's very important because ultimately it's the families who are at the centre of all this.
The first principles report, which identified the most likely area, which you then took as the basis, I'm simplifying obviously, but you then took as the basis for the most likely area to search. Well, did you complete that area in that last search? Are you comfortable that you searched the most likely area? And if so, then yes, where do you go next?
I think with any ocean search, the idea that there is a pinpoint location can be nothing more than a starting point from which you go north, south, east and west based on the evidence which draws you in one of those four directions. We started in the point where the original search finished and travelled north because that was most consistent with what was in the first principles report. Inevitably, the Southern Indian Ocean is an enormous body of water and whether it's near there or somewhere else requires some additional thought.
Right. So, are you saying that we don't know where the plane went down? I mean, because at the end of the day, quite a lot of the ocean, quite a lot of the area where the plane is believed to have gone down was searched very thoroughly in the first part. Your organisation did an extremely thorough search using newer technologies of the most likely area. But does the evidence still seem to suggest it is off the western coast of Australia?
When you look at the combination of the satellite data analysis and the ocean drift analysis that's been reviewed and carried out by various organisations from around the world, the preponderance of the evidence points you to the Southern Indian Ocean off the west coast of Australia. But it's a large area. And as I say, the idea that there is a pinpoint in this particular search just doesn't make any sense. Right. There might be other searches where there is that evidence that it's very, very... and you find the thing you're looking for exactly where the evidence suggests it should be. This isn't one of those.
So I've spent much of the day answering the questions to my colleagues about would they ever find it. And my answer has always been, yes, it will be found one day when the sophisticated search tools are able to do that. And we're not there yet. Do you subscribe to that?
I also believe that it will be found one day. At the moment, and this was the point I made to the families last weekend, I think we have got the tools to find it. What for me has made me feel that since we left the site, Southern Indian Ocean, in June of last year, is that we found the Argentinian submarine San Juan and we found the Korean bulk carrier Stella Daisy. The San Juan in particular was an object of a similar size to MH370, except it was designed not to be identified by sonar. So the fact we can find that tells me that if we look in the right place, we can find MH370.
Right. And finally, in a sentence, so what do you need? Whose permission do you now need to go back out and search?
The government of Malaysia. I think it's important to remember that it isn't, that this is it's an aeroplane that is subject to police investigations and it matters to the families. I think it's important not to just go out and do things without having that buy-in of all the stakeholders.
Good to see you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. Much appreciated.
Thank you.